Introducing your co-hosts, Chedda Mike, Lil Mattress, and Dave. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. 3-piece and a biscuit. Scoop of gravy on the news or you missed it. We got you covered. 3-piece and a biscuit.
Welcome each and everybody.
Hit 'em!
Welcome each and everybody to a 3-piece and a biscuit.
Yeah.
We are on episode 12, right, fellas? 12?
3 months.
It's a
3 months.
dozen.
Doce. How you-
Dozen.
12 in Spanish? I fucked it up already.
we already
Yes,
got
he
it.
does?
Went
No?
right by you. Went right by you.
I don't fuck
But
it.
but that was Cheddar Mike. We have a little mattress to my left, and I am John Holmes. I got
Johnny
the-
Boy
I came up on the porn
Holmes.
stash.
Putting
Was
the
I
dick
wrong
on
that? That's right.
Bringing it back.
We bound to fuck shit up. But
Yo,
how's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing beautiful.
Good,
But listen,
good.
man, first off, out of the way, we got to get this out there. We got the hotline, because I know in the hotline bling. Ugh.
Right.
But 203-941-0045.
Yes.
203-941-0045. Give us a
Wrote it
call.
here.
Talk some shit. Give us a call
Yeah,
if you
say
need
what you
advice
want.
on something. Give us a and this is a
Life,
number that you
love,
can call.
extramarital affairs. There's no drugs.
And this is a number
Get
you
your
can
own.
call or text. So, man, if you want some advice, if you want to talk some shit, if you want to shout out, hit us up, 203-941-0045.
Yes.
Rates may apply in areas that aren't 203, but who doesn't have long-range calling these days?
Tell
Who
'em.
doesn't have it?
Right.
If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down.
Exactly.
You know the deal.
Once again, if you like it, tell nobody. If you hate it, tell all your
Tell them
friends.
Yeah.
all.
Still share it if you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You gotta get on that positive approach.
It's good to be
because
back,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It feels like forever for those that don't know. The show was a little longer to get to, but or not get to, I shouldn't say. But we had a plug. We took a week off, kinda, right? It was good though. It felt good.
Not in their lives, but in our lives.
In our
we
lives,
did.
yes.
Yeah.
You out there don't know what really happened. We're that good.
Well, no.
We're that
just in
good.
case the timing might be a little off, but it was a fun, interesting week, right?
Yeah, it definitely
Always,
was.
man.
A
We're
lot
living in
happened.
the world. We on Earth.
Earth.
Everything
Planet
is interesting.
Earthlings. Speaking of Earthlings,
Planet
Stephen
Earth.
Hawking, he passed away, right, in this week. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace,
If
Stephen
I had a
Hawking.
40, I'd pour that shit for my homie Hawk.
All over the stars.
He's out there in the cosmos now,
Yeah, he's really
letting all the smart entities know what the truth is.
He passed away on Einstein's birthday. That shit is interesting.
Blessed be Einstein.
Yeah, get that. Yo, was that some German hymn shit?
Like your mustache.
See, they should have told me that. Then I wouldn't have been John Holmes. I could have been.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
I've never
Crazy
Who was that?
times.
Don't tell him. I like that song. Don't tell him. Oh, we used to be selling cars when that song was popular.
Which
and
one?
It'd be like that. Don't tell him. And they'd be like, what's the price? We'd be like, don't tell him.
Ah.
That was pretty cool. But MAGA news, right? Let's get it all off and
MAGA
popping.
dabba.
You know what I'm saying? Got to keep everyone up to date just in case you're back to back. Guess what happened this week in the wonderful land of Trump?
The omnibus.
Omnibus, yeah, was basically the name of it. And depending on who
Is that like something you get on and take a trip somewhere?
the omnibus does exist in that, yes, there
Yeah,
is
it takes you
something,
back to Mexico.
Oh shit!
No, this one doesn't. But again, but don't forget though, different times the joke would have been funnier. But this
And
is,
we got nothing against Mexico, by the way.
no,
Great
love
soccer
Mexico's.
squad.
Yeah. Chimichangas, all that.
Mhm.
Boxers
Enchiladas.
don't stop.
No,
Yeah.
pound for pound, the great, right? Yo, the real
America
fear is,
loves Mexico.
the real
We
fear
celebrate
is-
Cinco de
The real
Mayo.
fear is somebody 145, 155 pounds from Mexico, even 120 pounds, because that dude could scrap, I guarantee.
I believe it.
So where are we going? No, but the omnibus, that was signed. A lot of money,
Lots of money trickled into that.
confusion. I think some of it's a distraction, but
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
of
Any
course.
takes on it?
2,000 plus written thing that
Pages?
supposedly Trump's words were, I didn't really read it. I just signed it.
No, but he says that a lot. We can
Yeah,
go off
yeah,
on a
yeah,
tangent.
I agree.
He says and does that a lot.
But and also that happens a lot with I don't
A
know
lot.
if-
These
but-
bills,
but,
yeah,
but
all of them.
I'm completely inert to it. Let me know what the fuck is omnibus.
Okay. Oh, here's okay. So part of it, though. Do you remember anything about a big $700 billion deal that Obama wanted to pass before he got out?
Nah.
Nah. All right. It's the same thing. It just has Trump's name on it.
Yep.
Just worded a little differently. For
Yeah.
the most part, that's kind of what it is. How's it going to affect us at the end of the day? Is your real question.
You're saying it's a $700 deal. $700 deal for what?
No.
$700
everything, everything. All
There's a
types
lot
of
of
funding.
different things.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for
yeah.
example, there's deals in there that a lot of deals are in there. For example, there's deals that people don't realize. There's deals in there. There's money for the wall now that people aren't aware of. So
Paul Wall.
Well, people
He's going to
are-
build it and put a grill on it.
you know that. And then there's obviously there's information for DACA. You know, there's also I don't know if you guys heard of the Cloud Act. About now this act
bits
got
and
passed. Now it's
pieces.
pretty much it's a war on our privacy now. So now with this act passed, law, government officials, police, they have the right to go and invade your privacy now with this bill that got passed.
But
Invade your privacy in what?
in any way
Any
they
capacity?
see that,
so
like if you're a threat, or if they consider you a threat, and
Being
there's
deemed a
no
threat.
more privacy.
But you know what some of this sounds like, though? And not to insult it in any type way, because I believe a lot of our life is continuously in cycles. But I mean, is this the Patriot Act all over again? Maybe just
A
kinda
mixture.
expired,
I read
reworded
about
it?
a lot
You
of
know what I'm saying?
this.
Because my thing with privacy is it really is gone. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It really is.
And we signed up for it too, man. Nobody reads the fucking Instagram
Terms
owns
of-
all your pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
All
Come
of
on,
it.
Instagram owns every
All
picture you
of
ever
it.
put up. If you ever see that somewhere, don't sue nobody because you gave it up. You know what I mean? All that
Yep.
shit.
As soon as you put something on Instagram, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
And actually, now that we're on the topic, another big thing that was moving this week was the delete Facebook movement going on.
Yeah.
I'm with Elon.
I haven't done it, but yeah, Elon did it. Was I think the crazy dude, Amazon dude, Bezos. Yeah,
Jeff?
he did that. Yeah, yo, he's I don't know about this dude either, but he was all about it. But I think he's just like billionaire bashing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's what I think he was about. But that's some.
I think
yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg knows because I was reading an article in the past couple months. He's been dumping his stocks in Facebook, so he knows there's something happening.
Well,
to his,
Well, yeah, no, and this is.
he's raking in
Here's the
his
thing, though,
all-time highs on
because
Facebook stocks because they're going to go
history
lower.
will keep repeating itself. Those who know how our country was founded and stuff. I think
Murder!
It's coming,
No.
is that well, yeah, no, that's part of it.
Slavery!
You know? Part of it. But what happens is when people realize that they're getting all of the money, then yeah, the government does come in, and all of a sudden we have regulations, and there's going to be these antitrust that are going to be set up. Believe me, the Amazon guy, I think coming up, he's going to be very unhappy soon. I think Mark Zuckerberg, I think he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Zuck, if you buck.
and I don't mean it's a.
No, there's going to be a lot of heavier regulation coming in the future.
So now let's
Yeah,
explain though. So for me, who all I've heard was the delete your Facebook thing. Why do people want to delete their Facebook? And let me preface that with the only reason I still have a Facebook is because you have to have a Facebook to run your quote fan pages. So like if you go to Facebook, cheap plug, and you go to 3 Piece and a Biscuit, we have our, I don't want to say fan page because fan page isn't right, but we have our 3 Piece and a Biscuit page up there. The only way that I can post to that or fuck with that or administer that is because I have my personal page on there too. And like my personal page, I've gotten rid of down to bare bones where it's pretty much
You
I
almost
have nobody
disappeared.
on.
I tried to
Yeah.
contact you, and I was like, "Where is this dude?"
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
that's the thing is like I just kind of got sick of Facebook because it's the same. It's everybody complaining and never doing anything, and then it's everybody
Yeah.
complaining about the same thing, and then everybody telling the same
Yeah.
fucking unfunny jokes, and
I'm
everyone like, "Oh, I'm tired of adulting today. Kill yourself, you faggot."
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think
tell me about Facebook delete. Why are people doing it?
there was
For that best part of it, no.
data
Yeah.
mining. I don't know if you heard about that. So supposedly all the information Facebook takes, somehow it's mined and it's used for other things, or they sell it to other people. So
Yep,
they're
yep.
making money off of your information, which we don't read the fucking
User
one read
agreement.
the, yeah.
Which we,
I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like,
But it's all
another thing,
catching up to him now because
people are realizing.
and he's been doing it more dirty supposedly. I
Well,
don't know
that
the full
new
details.
one. What's that? Do you guys know about the new one? This is gonna sound really dumb to people that don't know, but there was a new social media thing that everybody hopped on last month for like 3 days. I saw it was real big.
Nah.
Well,
yeah.
like it's a new social media platform.
Yeah. So but
Is it
that
called
was
Gab?
one where what is it?
Spooge,
Gab?
I think.
It might be Steam It, but
Steven, hey,
no.
Steven's been around
not
for a
that.
minute.
No, I know it's not that, but it might be that. But there was one where it came out, saw people were signing on, and then like immediately people were like, "Whoa, look at these user agreements! They're fucking crazy."
Yeah. I don't think it was Gab then, because
Yeah.
Gab is the opposite, where it's actually allowing ultimate freedom of speech. Like there's going to be no types of.
yeah, it definitely wasn't that.
Yeah, we could all hate together up
yeah,
over
yeah,
here.
yeah. We can say what we want for real now.
That's basically all it is. You know.
Yeah.
And that part of why I keep it is to monitor the hate, though. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure, be like, you know what, I don't trust you, and then be like, yeah, no, that's why I don't trust you. You know.
I mean, at the end of the day, the internet's free, and you have every right to block and unsubscribe and unfollow people if you don't like how they speak.
Is it
you know?
It's not free though, right? I don't think it is.
Well,
I think
you're
I'm
right.
paying
We
it
pay
somewhere,
$70-some a month. For
I don't know how.
Your
Some
Comcast,
way, some no. Whether it's to my cell phone, like I'd be damned if that shit is free.
But
Be cool
one
if
of
it
the
was,
weird
though.
things
One day,
too
hopefully.
about Facebook,
Elon Musk said it.
one of the weird
Musk
things
we
too about
trust.
Facebook and even other platforms is people get real attached to your friendship on there. Like I deleted like over 500 people. I just wanted to get it down to where I was like, I don't want to see. I'm not interested in other people's lives. Like one of the most salacious things that we've ever heard of was you felt that was reading someone's diary. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we have everyone's diary open, and the shit sucks. Like I don't want to read any of it. It doesn't fucking matter. Nothing is
here's the
salacious.
thing.
The only time you probably
it
would read it is
sucks.
if you could laugh at them.
No,
Like-
no, really. That's it because you're either like
Made
just
myself
like
feel
you're
better.
either saying like this sucks, or they're posting stuff and you're just like, oh, well, you're not real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, here's, me and my girlfriend out, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, twinsies, and, so you're like, oh, kill yourself. And then you're just like,
Those
oh,
are Russian bots, though.
Today
Those
was the
aren't real
worst
people.
day, The bots are real people. They're just the truth. Yeah, they're Russian.
Yeah.
They're
Russian
not bots.
to get those bots.
They're vodka bots.
Yeah. But yeah, so either way, we're gonna advise them to, unfortunately, like, off
themselves,
themselves,
Kill themselves. Jeez.
No, but that's the thing where it's like,
but don't though.
yeah. Bronx.
But
But the
you
thing
have
was
a
where
choice,
people, like I said, it was like the biggest thing would be like, oh my God, if you saw what other people were thinking, and now we see what everybody's thinking, and we're like, oof, this is
Yeah,
stupid.
I know.
Like we all
hopefully,
suck.
Hopefully, technology doesn't come to the point where we actually can. Oh man, just to be able to know what people are thinking at the moment, that's the whole world will go to shit.
Bro, we have
Thank
it's
God that we have the ability that we don't have that because
it's just not implanted yet. Like we can just read about it. Like, dude, if I was a police officer and I needed somebody to snitch, I would throw them in a fucking room with their cell phone. You'd have it. You'd
Speaking
be
of
done.
some new technology, I know we're
I
we're
had
way
some
off
snitch
top.
info. I know. I was about to say this is what an omnibus looks like.
Guys, this is the biscuit. Okay, there's 3 pieces, and this is the biscuit.
But
More than one side.
I was
of a
gonna
biscuit.
go. I mean, I guess I save it for later in the technologic segment, I guess. But omnibus. Back to that really quick though. I guess one of the last main things was when President Trump signed it. A lot of people that supported Trump were like, "Oh no, he flipped on us."
Here's
no,
a funny story. You guys are gonna like this, okay? You're gonna like this because again, my game plan is to, if you want to understand life and you want to understand your enemy, you have to become your enemy. Okay?
I was about to say something
So
like
what
that,
I
yep.
do is I listen very deeply on both sides. So one of the things that I have to do to really feel it is you have to watch a liberal and you have to listen to a conservative. Okay, that's a piece of advice if it works for you. But this is how it works.
Watch them. Watch the liberals.
Yeah, because here's the thing about liberals, like, because really it's a lot of gibberish.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Gotta watch out.
So that's why I say
They be
but,
walking around doing March for Lives and shit.
but listen for
That's because they don't have
no.
a
See
firm...
that's a generational attack. That's wrong.
It's
Generational
correct because
attack
it's an
was
old
wrong.
generation using the younger generation. The old generation
This is
using the
what-
younger
this is what
generation.
fear and
So that
conservatism
no,
looks
this
like.
is Michael John
Right here.
Arroyo in his own fucking opinion.
Whoa!
Right?
Real names? Real names?
Okay, so that's
The crazy is real.
we'll
It's not a
get to that.
character.
We'll get to that later because you got a bunch of millennials protesting to lose their rights. But go on.
No.
Bronx,
every generation
Queens,
you have people
Staten.
that come up and
Brooklyn!
there's changes that happen every 25 years and when people fear change. But what I'm saying is, going back to the Trump thing, when people say that he flipped it, people were calling into this conservative radio show literally talking about moving to Ireland.
Oh,
okay, they
shit.
were just like, yo, I don't know what he's doing, but it's all going crazy, He's just like, me and my family are buying land in Ireland,
Potato famine.
Pot of gold and-
Yo, this is... Okay, so again, there's crazy on both sides. It was, but yeah.
Heard a lot of people moving to supposedly Wyoming if things pop off correctly,
Yeah, Wyoming's been a spot.
and Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico's an illusion.
Puerto Rico's gonna have to get their lights back on before people go down there.
Puerto
Like,
Rico will
that's
be
a-
underwater.
Well,
Puerto
that's
Rico's-
also one
I
of the weird
believe
things
Puerto
of
Rico.
like, has anybody checked on the water in Flint yet? Like, how we doing
That's
over
again,
there?
like I said, that's all
it's-
pieces. Yeah. Oh man, it's been.
It's just a thing of like where
It's all
it's
been
the
jammed.
hot. But yo, they came
the
out
thing
with a
with Flint-
movie about Flint's water before they fixed the
I
fucking
think it's
water.
funny though
Like,
how
that's
people,
wild.
not saying you did, or there's people that attack.
No, I'm white, so I did
there's-
it. I'm
you
white, so I did
totally
it.
did it now.
Exactly.
See, the color of his skin is the
Calling you
reason.
Exactly.
there's so many people that hate on Trump for Flint when that wasn't even his thing, and like Obama could have took care of that, and he didn't. So I mean, it's so many things that so many people throw things that they throw shade at people just because they like to throw shade. I mean, shit.
Yeah, and again, like what we're doing, part of it is not knowing what,
And this is
what's
entertainment
really going
purposes,
on and
folks.
talking about. But it's truth though, because truth is entertaining.
John Wilkes, truth.
It
In
is.
the booth.
It is.
So speaking of the entertainment with some of the truth, what about Stormy Daniels? What's she out there sucking on right now?
well, at
Some
least
interviews
No,
and
no.
she.
So here's another funny part. Like I said, is
Preach.
I find this is very suspect.
I find these
on
prostitutes
a
entertaining.
Mega level, mega level suspect.
I don't.
what's-
Oh, go ahead.
No, I would say like what is going on? Because
Honestly, with Stormy, I really couldn't care because the president had an affair with a grown-up adult woman. I mean, we could talk about affairs that these other people are doing with not adults.
But here's the one thing. Though.
So, I mean, who cares?
This one, are people really?
12 years ago, he had an affair with a fucking adult porn star. Okay.
Bronx.
What else? I mean,
Well, no, it's
It's
What's
just
the
in
big
the
deal?
news, so I was asking about it.
No,
It's the act of being submissive about it. When on any, so it has to be the same across the board. Then you know what I'm saying? Because nobody, I guess, nobody is.
but that's my point. What's the big deal? Like as a topic, Stormy.
I
What's
think
the big deal?
I think the big deal is that he was married at the time. That's supposed to be a big deal.
Okay.
And if
He wasn't
you're-
president at the time.
Didn't have
No,
to
no, no,
be,
but-
didn't
but
have to be. He
it's-
said doesn't want this to come out because it can potentially affect it. But the thing is, everyone else he went after in some type of way, and on her, he's kind of laid back and really hasn't gone on attack mode. When
Yep.
his basic thing is just like, he said, you come at me, I'm coming at you, and he's really hasn't come at her. So
Yeah.
there's
That
definitely
was-
some truth in this. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about saying, well, what's everything stand for? Well, does an adulterous man, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, in the truth, it doesn't matter because we've accepted all of the wives.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We've accepted the whole, grab him by the pussy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've accepted that long before he came, though.
Yeah. No, my thing wasn't like, oh my God, how could he ever do this? My thing was, is she still being sued? I'm just talking about the news
Yeah.
aspect of it, not necessarily the like, oh my God, how could he ever do this? Because like that's some men do that, so that is what it is. But partially, yes, that could be added into. He could be seen as untrustworthy as a president because if you're going to cheat on your wife, what else are you going to lie about? Who knows?
The saddest part, there's a lot.
But
If
my,
only-
my
if-
basic
if
question
only
about
we knew how politics really worked and how dirty it fucking was. I
oh
don't
yeah,
think-
no, I'm sure they're
Yeah.
fucking kids.
No, I'm
in
not
the back of-
disagreeing with you. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
talking.
everybody says that though. So we all agree that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's very few people that say overall it's clean.
We all agree it could be worse, or no? Do we agree that?
What do you
or
mean that it could be
It
worse?
could be like this isn't as big as it
Well,
could
everything
be.
could be worse. We could be like completely enslaved if you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Some people think we are. That's all how you look
Yeah,
at it.
but they're not right because you can get up and go and do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? Like there's big differences in slavery. Like some people think like, oh my God, I'm so oppressed. Like no, you can still go and do what the fuck
yeah.
you want. Like
yeah.
there's
That's your own mind keeping you.
yeah.
enslaved. Totally agree. Totally
But no,
agree.
my thing about Stormy was not like the whole deepness of it. It was from what I heard was like. My question basically was like, is she still getting sued? Is that a thing that's happening? Does anyone know, or does anyone not care and we should just move on?
Okay,
She
so,
took the money.
So she's being sued, yes. And then she's coming back and suing, and then you got lawyers suing lawyers. But I guess the relevance in the matter is the story came out. Again, like I said, it doesn't matter. What Trump does because people won't believe it or just say that
No, I agree, and I've said
that's
before,
fine.
dude, Trump's bulletproof. Like he's good because even back to the days of when he was running and something would come out and people would be like, "Hey, this thing came out." I don't have an example and I don't care about it, but hey, this thing came out. Is he going to drop out? And he's like, "No." And everyone else just goes, "Oh my God, that came out. I'm going to drop out." And he was just like, "Nah."
Well,
no.
again, my truth is I don't believe that he truly expected to be there.
Oh, I don't think he wanted to or expected to.
Yeah, that's why I think like Melania's got like resting bitch face right now.
like, "What
just
the
like,
fuck?"
Yeah, no,
this wasn't
Melania,
supposed to
1,000
happen.
point is
you
like,
know?
I did not sign up for this bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
But again, like you say,
But
like,
Melania, you're doing a
where,
good job,
where does
honey.
where does anything matter? Then we're saying like, well, look at how this man treated his woman. You know what I'm saying? Does that not speak anything about character, or are we to the point right now where?
Man,
there's no
I just
type
can't
of
wait,
character.
and I know this. I sound crazy when I say this, but I can't wait for the day in the future when all this shit comes out about all this nasty, perverted, fucked up shit that Congress has been doing that makes Trump look squeaky fucking
No, but
clean.
it's not,
I
though.
can't wait,
He's
because
gonna
when
be
it
so
happens,
involved,
follow
though.
us on 3 Piece and a Biscuit, and I'm gonna be like, told you so. Told you so. Trump ain't as bad as what we think he is. My own personal opinion.
I think no matter how bad the shit comes out with, like, there's going to be a huge percentage of people that don't believe it, and there's going to be a huge percent of people that just aren't going to be able to accept it, regardless of how bad it is. Like,
You see it
you
all the
find
time.
out that congressmen are fucking little kids. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that just go, no, that's not happening. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that just
The test
ignore it
already went
until
out there.
they
the
see
test
it.
already went out there. Facebook last week, you know what I'm saying? Had the thing where their little pop-up questions, like that was one of like to get people's reaction
Oh,
on
yeah.
pedophilia, and then the reaction from that reaction caused them to pull the app or the quiz or whatever it was
Yeah.
off. You know,
Ugh.
it would all
Canada-
be tested for it. But what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that he's going down with it.
We'll
But
see, we'll
here's
see.
the thing, though. I don't believe that it's all going to come out because of everybody that's truly involved in it. You know?
Yeah.
That's why we're not going to see it, because I believe it exists. You know what I'm saying?
Well-
And I believe that it is looming, but people aren't going to believe it. People accept
There's
things.
already operations in the Marine Corps going on to they've already what's the word? Not abducted, but they've already apprehended some of these people. So in due time, obviously right now it's all speculation and hearsay, but watch out, Congress.
Congro.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of QAnon. Obviously, those QAnon posts. You guys ever heard of QAnon?
Nope.
No. Research QAnon. It's pretty much it leaks some stuff about the deep state. You guys believe in deep state, or is that fake too? Is that fake news? The deep state,
I
shadow
don't even know
government,
what it is.
like a shadow government type thing. The government that controls the government.
Well, there's somebody when Donald Trump walks through the door that goes, hey, let me show you how we do things. You know what I mean? Like, Donald Trump doesn't just walk into the White House like,
True.
okay, this is my desk. Now I got to figure everything out.
That's
so,
true.
like,
That's true.
somebody's doing
Someone
something.
in power probably put Trump in place, and they're all puppets. We all think presidents are puppets. I mean, at some point, who knows? Who knows? What else we got for this
Speaking of-
MAGA?
MAGA delicious show that we have here. That you can
What's
call
that
in,
say?
right, at 203-941-0045.
Let us know what you think.
Today's show is brought to you by One-Eyed Jack's House of Cards. Come on down to One-Eyed Jack's House of Cards, where one eye on your cards and one hand on your booty.
Oh, that's what I meant to say about Congress. You know, one thing about, you know how they got all these Congress people, they stay in there for like 20 freaking years and they're
Yes.
lucking all this money and they're like 70, 80 years old. I think there should be some sort of new statute. No one past 60. You could go into Congress, you could start at 30 up to 60, but once you get past that, you got to get out, give someone else a chance. And then also, all these Congress people, they don't get drug tested. These dudes, guarantee you half these motherfuckers got coke in them.
That's again, it's some type of truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to have the dead space, but it's stuff I firmly believe. I'd be
I'm just
beating
keeping
a
it
dead-
real. That's what I
beating
think.
a dead horse. But part of those things, I don't know, it'd be tough to happen. I don't think you
We'll see.
It'd be
one
tough.
day.
I agree wholeheartedly. The people spend there way too long. The people pointing the finger again, you know what I'm saying, are the ones that are just as guilty. You know. So that is
So you were talking about you think they should have drug tests?
I do.
And then, but so I'm not disagreeing, but so then what happens if they fail a drug test?
Obviously, the same thing that happens when other situations when people fail drug tests. There's
well,
gotta be
if
some
you're an
sort of
American
repercussion.
and you're a Christian, you get another chance.
Yeah.
So
All right.
no, I'm just but but that's what I'm saying. So what happens?
3 strikes. First
think
strike.
so?
No, it's just I was playing off you.
No, but that's an
No,
option.
I
though.
think if you're in Congress, no, there should be no strikes, zero tolerance rule.
So as soon as you get in, but here's the thing though. Like I think I kind of okay. So what if you were like a little dirty in the beginning? You in inauguration party, you were elected. You know what I'm saying? You had a little celebration time, one last time, and you popped. Should you be in a program or just you know what? You messed up, dude. You're out.
What do you think?
I'm just throwing it out because what I'm thinking is definitely if you're in there and it happens. But I'm saying like because
I also
if
wanna
you take
know
a
what-
drug test, you could take your drug test, and the day that you work your first day at the job, you can be high because you took your drug test
From
Yeah.
last week.
whatever 3 days ago, a
Still in
day
your
ago,
system?
whatever. You
Well,
know?
I want to know also what constitutes as drugs. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
what
because
would
speaking
be
of which, there
in
was
there?
talk. There was talk to bring hemp off of controlled substances. Hemp.
Yeah. Well,
Watch out now.
I'm sure we could get into the conspiracy reason why they don't like hemp. It just would take away so many businesses, and hemp's like one of the greatest natural resources we have that we don't use. But
hemp has the wrong representatives. That's the problem, in my opinion. Like, hemp has the dude with the drug rug and the white kid with dreads, and like, man, you use hemp, man. Like, you need someone articulate to explain hemp, because I believe you 1,000%. And I've seen the documentaries about how, like, why they use the trees instead of the hemp. You know what I mean? But
corporations,
they have the wrong representatives. You know what I mean?
And also the education. All education is backed by money. You have the most money, you teach people what the fuck you want. Yeah. So that's when it comes down to that. But
yeah, so like to tie into it, but why isn't it? Again, oil. You know what I'm saying? This quick, simple answer is oil. You know, the businesses that would be killed off of
Yes.
So we're just bouncing all around with everything, though. Where do you think we end up?
This episode
bouncing
sucks.
like a basketball. No, that just takes us to some Final Four action.
Final Four.
Some.
Speaking of shooting, how about basketball?
3-pointer.
Yeah, I haven't. You guys see, I haven't done a bracket in years. So.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah. So my bracket was busted before it began.
Once Sean Kemp retired, I was out.
Sean Kemp didn't even go to high school, man.
Exactly.
No March Madness.
Damn.
Oh no, I'm not talking about. I'm just talking basketball in general.
In general,
yeah, once he fucking retired, I was like, yeah.
Who's in the Final Four?
No, Villanova is in there. What do we know about Villanova? That's my pick. They're a perennial Big East, okay? Right?
They're number one. They're ranked number one, right?
Yeah, they just beat Duke, and you know about Duke.
Yeah, they pay for players.
They're a really good squad.
Against Kansas, who won almost 10 years ago, I think Kansas won. And then you have a number 4 seed, I believe, is it Michigan? No, Michigan lost to right now with God's team. Hold on, let's get some.
God's team.
God's team. This is the one with the grandma.
Yeah, the point guard, the grandma. No.
Grandma playing point guard?
No, she's the. No, I think she's.
Damn.
She's the chaplain in something else, right? Or just the chaplain? She's the chaplain at Loyola Chicago.
Hello.
Okay, and they are playing against Michigan. Okay, the Wolverines. And that is a 3 and the 11 seed. So again, never has an 11 been.
Make some good money on betting on that 11 squad there.
Well, up until now, because now it's now it's real.
Yeah.
It is real. And even the brackets, I guess want to talk a little college basketball. What are your thoughts about the one and done? Do you think the NBA should go to they have that like a G League because right now they're saying college basketball is kind of tough to root for because that there's speaking about schools like Duke and the Kentuckys and the Louisvilles where it's talk about truth coming out we know now that it's the overexposed. Well, more information is going to come out. But kids are getting paid and stuff like that. So
they just need to bring it above board where pay the fucking kids, dude.
Okay, right. Should they?
Even off of just think of man back in the day. Remember in say middle school and high school, a Michigan T-shirt they was so popular and shit. Chris Webber and all that other shit.
Chris Webber, not because of Michigan, not because of
So even if they're selling those millions of T-shirts and shit like that, give the kids a cut.
And this all began actually. You remember a game I'm sure we all played the death out of, but NCAA, EA Sports.
Hell
NCAA.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think it was Ed O'Bannon, Charles O'Bannon. He was the one that said, he realized, he's like, wait a minute, you got my number, you got my jersey, you got my statistics, and my picture. How much do I get? And they were just like, well, that UCLA jersey you got on? Nothing.
And that's the wild thing where everybody else involved in that game gets paid except for them. And that's right.
Yeah.
And because dead up nowadays, listen, that free education isn't really worth that much because they're a sports player getting that free education. So the amount that they're actually learning is not you got to be a dedicated motherfucker to be in there and learning and actually gaining that education instead of. Especially if you're in a D1, Division I school where you're traveling all the time, doing all that other shit, and you might have a tutor on the road with you, some shit like that, but you're not getting that education that you would be if you weren't playing sports, weren't dedicating another 40 hours a week to basketball, and then you got to do your classes. It's not the fuck. I get they do that whole, we're giving you free education, but you're not really getting an education. No.
And then the whole term, they make, he's a student athlete, but in college, student athletes they're more like entertainment superstars. They really don't take the education seriously.
No.
The 24 hours that you do have, you wake up 5 a.m., You go get your workout in for whatever sport you're in. Then you got your team meetings, your position meetings. Then you have your training. Then you got,
And you have to you sign up ahead of that. I was speaking to a parent actually whose kid is.
So student athletes,
athletic.
I mean.
So what do you? Should they get paid? Should they get something?
No, I honestly, I think everything's fine the way it has been working. The system's fine. I mean, personally, you gotta suck it up. You gotta suck it up.
Like I said, it's two ways because should they get something?
They're gonna get something when they get out of college. I mean,
but none of it's guaranteed because
That's a severe minority are going to get something when they get out of college.
But that's what I'm saying though. So it's tough. Well,
I'm
my
not
thing
saying
is
that they
though
should become rich in college, but I'm saying you can't tell me that you can't throw them $10,000 for a season.
Well, that's what I'm saying is.
so the players $10,000.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say
The coaches are making fucking millions.
But see, who's gonna say what is right though? Because then you have a program like a Duke, who's, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, well, we bring in, are they gonna say, well, nope, we can only pay you X amount
Once
because
you start paying a certain player in any sport, every program in that college now has to get paid.
Right, yeah, which is the NCAA makes mad money.
So it's
can
all
it be
right,
done? I think to an extent, but then you're just like, well,
then the pro swimmer is gonna get mad at the football player because the football player gets paid $10,000, and the swimmer gets paid $1,000.
Yeah, how come the football players and then the basketball players? You have all the other sports.
But that can all be explained because how many people are coming to the swim meet? How many people are coming to the football game? It can all be explained. There's ticket sales.
College players get paid by the tickets that they sell.
By merchandise, by fucking video games, by everything that they're being pimped on. There could be, and once again, I'm not saying that the fucking college kids should have $1 million fucking contracts, but I'm saying
because they're being pimped.
You can't say exactly they're being pimped. You can't say that they should. I'm not saying you can't say that you can't afford to give them nothing.
Yeah,
like there's a difference between saying we can't afford to, and there's a difference between saying we're just not.
Because they got a ton of dirty money that they gave to this coach or this, or not even dirty money, but they got tons of money.
There's tons of players,
for everything, for parties. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot goes into the recruitment process.
There's tons of players' moms driving SUVs that they didn't buy.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So okay, but now let me get you.
Blue chips.
What about the one and done though? What do you think?
One and done.
Yeah. Do you think a kid should take up a spot on a college team knowing that kid's only thing he's going to is to play for that jersey that that everyone's going to see?
Or like he plays 1 year and he's out?
1 year and he's done. He's like, I'm only doing this because the NBA stopped taking high school players. Should the NBA have a minor league? Should you have the option to say, like for baseball, if you commit to baseball, you have to put 2 years in the college before you can put your name back in the draft.
But the NBA said no to that, right?
At the moment, there's nothing. The only thing the NBA said was, you know what? High school kids are a little too young.
Yep.
So they stopped accepting high school kids. And then you have the high school kids now that are saying, well, I'm going to go to Europe to play, and now I can enter the draft. So instead of doing that 1 year in college, they're doing 1 year in another country.
It's all up to the individual when it comes to the sport that they play. If they don't want to go to college and they could do that, go for it. Do it.
No. But I'm saying, right now, how it's set up is if you don't want to go to college, you cannot enter the NBA draft. You have to wait a year.
You know what I really want?
Really
want. You remember the MTV? They had the basketball game. They had the hoop. Then they had the higher hoop above
Block
there.
and jump.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that.
You want basketball. You would love basketball.
I just want
Did
two
you see the
hoops,
movie Basketball?
one 10 feet and the other 20 feet. That's all I want, and I'll be happy.
Double points?
One and gun, I get 2 fucks about. 2 backboards. No, 4 backboards, 4 hoops. That's what I want.
No, but in my opinion, they set that shit up, and the reason that kids want to do one and done is because of money. Like, okay, I can play fucking
social media. They see it all. They know what they're gonna.
Well, there's that,
get.
but then there's also I can go play in college, risk literally every time I jump in the air, maybe coming down sideways on my ankle, sideways on somebody else's shoe. My fucking career is done.
Kaput.
Or I can try to go to the NBA for a guaranteed $10 million contract.
Yeah,
like,
no. Hold on.
Or I could go to school
up until the guarantees.
Or I could get a college education.
Because
then play sports just in case I get hurt.
There's no emphasis on
I'm just saying that's where the whole.
I understand that, but I'm saying there's no. I'm just talking about on that individual. Like, yes, it's money, but they don't know the money, and it's like that young fast money. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be like like a program of sorts, like an intermediate, but it'd be minor league or some type of program to get these young kids like at least transition them so they have a shot. Because I think the NBA is probably the fastest turnaround where kids get drafted and they're done. That's part of why I think what made it so hard to follow.
It might be tied with that in football. Might be tied with that in football for fastest turnaround and kick out.
Well, I would say, okay, true. But the only thing I would say is known names, because some of those people that don't make it in football, they're not necessarily known. But in basketball, like we should pull it up one day. Look at the top
All-Star.
10 of the drafts of the last 10 years, and we'd be like, who's he? Where's he? Who's he? Where's he?
Polynice got drafted over Scottie Pippen. I will never forget that fact. Like I learned that fact in like middle school, and I just remember Olden Polynice.
Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
All right. So, but again, Sam Bowie had a decent career though.
Crazy.
And he wasn't the maker of the Bowie knife.
So what about the Saints cheer?
Oh, Saints cheerleaders, right? You
To the
guys,
football.
So this is nothing new as far as like if you follow sports and how all the cheerleader programs work, but the cheerleaders aren't allowed to have like any association.
Is this a
with
cheerleader
the players.
scandal?
No,
Oh,
not
man.
at all. Not at all.
I was
not
excited.
At all. There's cheerleaders saying like, hey, like, we're kind of life sucks to be. It's not all glamorous.
Yeah,
But
they get
So
paid
those
like
are fake
shit.
smiles that they're
so
the whole time?
but yeah, so
Fake smiles, fake hair, fake nails, fake what?
in
Fake boobs.
in short, it's they make $10.25 an hour. Anything that is affiliated, all of their social media platforms have to be held private. If there's anything that is involving a Saints player, they have to leave. They can't be anywhere. No pictures. Can't be known that you're around a Saints player. And the protocol around players is hello, have a good game, goodbye, good game. That's all they're allowed to say. So they're kind of saying like,
hello, have a good game. No, you can't do it like that.
No,
Okay.
no.
So yeah, the tone of your voice has to be very non-sexual.
All they're saying is no. What they're saying is we have to be presented as completely sexual. We only make $10.25. We make $10.25 an hour, and basically we have to hand over. We're not allowed to have any type of life. All of our life is private.
Is this a new thing?
It's not really new.
Oh, okay.
There's a dirty underworld of the whole cheerleaders.
And now,
cheerleaders.
so now
That's where they got the
speaking
dirty
up
bird.
about it
And that's
saying-
why some. Well, no, actually,
That's Atlanta.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders tried to think about it,
Unionize?
but then it came back to you know how many women are in your place.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. They can try to do all that shit all they want, but there's 50 other hot blonde girls
Yeah, they
that
want
are
to
gonna
take your
And
place.
until they
And
all
they'll do it
step
for
up
less.
and
So-
finally say, no more pom-poms.
Enough is enough. Me too.
Goodness gracious.
So the players can't fuck the cheerleaders.
Oh,
basically.
Well,
honestly,
they can't get caught. That's with anything.
Oh,
As
they
with
can't
anything
get
in
caught.
life,
Anything,
do
they
not.
can't get
Words
caught.
of advice from John Holmes: don't get caught.
I just hope Vince McMahon pays attention to all this because, 2019 February 7th or 17th is when the first game starts for XFL.
XFL, but there's another league that is actually
AAF,
starting.
I think it's called, yeah.
When's that one?
Another league next year.
Dick
next year,
Ebersol's
after the,
son.
So they're all gonna come same time.
Nope.
No,
one
no.
one after the other. This one's coming first, and then the
Because I know the NFL will come, and then once the NFL's done, that's when the XFL will air. So he's gonna do it right after the
Oh yeah,
NFL
you
season.
talk about in terms of
When
when
does
they're
the
airing.
season
Yes,
start?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
seasons. Yeah. But that season's not starting until 2020, I think. And this
XFL
other
is
season is
2020.
starting-
XFL is 2019,
Is it?
February 7th.
Okay.
Maybe they push it up
Or
because
11th.
of the
Because of the-
AAF,
yeah.
But it was cool. The guy that not it was cool, but this is the situation. The guy that Vince McMahon first did the XFL with, Dick Ebersol, his son is the one starting the new league. That's gonna go up against the XFL, so that'll be interesting.
I
to
heard
see.
Vince hired a bunch of NFL greats like Heinz Ward is one of them. He hired to train some of the people. Who a couple really other good professional players to come in.
Man, if they fuck around and get someone like Johnny Manziel, or if they get who's super protester,
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, if they get him, man, it'll be.
Well, he's not going to the XFL. That's for sure. Because Vince has his rules. It's going to be
I can't wait to see what
rules
happens.
Can change depending
it's
on
not
what-
his. He's riding a very strong train. He's riding a very strong
We'll
train
see.
right
I mean,
now.
as long as the rules he makes, and if Colin thinks that he fits under him, and then he doesn't get hired, then that's a whole new ballpark to talk about. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, man, they should do how they used to do: stay in the fucking locker room until you're ready to play. Stay in the fucking locker room while people sing the national anthem, because it's very new that players are out there, and by that I mean 10, 15 years. But it's like,
Yeah.
stay in the fucking
I think
locker
even
room.
less, but yeah,
when
you're
you're
right.
ready to play, run out. Let's start the game. Let's go. Like none of this shit needs to be added into it. None of
late.
that. Like,
Unfortunately, too late.
yep.
We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future of sports. Craziness.
Where are we at though? We truck along just lightly. Hope you're enjoying the show, right? 3 Piece and the Biscuit. I am.
Yeah. If you
John Holmes,
just
got
tuned
Chedda,
in.
Little Mattress.
Don't forget
It'd
to.
be tough to tune in, man. If you scrolled all the way to this fucking minute point, okay,
if
and
you-
I wasted my fucking time,
Right? If you clicked on the YouTube video and then you're like, let me
go halfway.
let me go to 40 minutes in.
You know what?
I
Hold
keep
on,
thinking
I got
we're
something
live.
for you. Want something
Jesus.
for you.
Damn.
But man, if you are just tuning in, or if you forgot from before, man, give us a call, 203-941-0045. Leave a message, talk some shit, let us know what it is.
Talk it. Talk the talk.
But,
Walk
the
the
walk.
advice, something you want to hear?
John, let us know about some dumb crime. I want to hear
Dumb
about some
crime.
dumb crime.
Okay, right here in our lovely town. Actually,
Dumb crime?
We may have possibly known this one gentleman. I think I could say his name because he was arrested, but I don't. I think it was like Connor O'Connor or something. But
The public has the right to know.
he was there was a guy that broke into a house, okay?
Yep.
And the homeowner had received notification of an entry on her phone, and shit was set up.
Wait. He broke into the house.
Hold on, my intro. Wait 1 second. Go ahead.
He broke into her home. Now tell us what she went and do when I ain't nowhere around.
All right, so go ahead. What was your question? Gentleman broke into a home
And, yep.
in the city of New Haven,
City up.
and he he set off this lady's alarm that she happened to see on her mobile device.
Set up
okay?
the lady's alarm on the mobile
Yes,
device.
Okay, and she watched the gentleman break and enter. Okay, known as a B&E here. Okay,
Bacon and eggs.
kids on the street, B&E. And the funny thing, he just got into the house, wandered around, and fell asleep on the couch. Police got
You
there.
know what's so crazy is because he's like nowhere near the first, second, or third person to do that. Like, this is a news story that comes out semi-often. But go ahead.
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
but like I said,
Is this I don't give a fuck, I'm homeless, I'm so cold, I'm gonna break in someone's house and sleep on your couch type shit?
That's what we're trying to figure out, because when asked what happened, he said that two.
Because if I was homeless and I was cold, I might do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know.
Fuck that. I'm going in 24-hour Walmart.
I
No
know.
finding
So I'm gonna find me somewhere, Dunkin' Donuts, wherever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fell asleep on the couch. He said, yeah, him and two other friends were led in by a lady. He's just like, oh, okay, where are they? And he's just like, I don't know. And he walked around the house looking for two friends, and the lady weren't there, you know?
Awesome.
But yeah, but it was kind of dry story, but I was just like, wait a minute. Like,
In the story, did it mention he
know?
was on drugs or no?
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was.
But so was there a finale?
That
was there
was
he
it.
just got arrested?
That was it,
But
yeah.
he's just a dumb
Yeah.
criminal.
Crazy.
You've been hit by a dumb criminal.
You've been hit by river rocks. In school districts, there's a bunch
What's
of schools.
a river rock?
A river
I heard
rock.
that mentioned earlier.
It's a very nice, smooth rock you can hold in your hand,
Found by the river.
found by the river.
Go figure!
And it's smooth because the current, right? Rise over the rock. Rise over the rock. That's all I know about river rocks, right?
Oh.
But I know you could throw them. And a lot of schools now, not a lot of schools, one school in particular, I don't know which school it is, but it's out there. Look it up. They got a bunch of river rocks in each classroom just in case someone comes in with a gun. So they can all get rocks and throw it at the gunman.
As he mows them the fuck down.
Hey, someone's going to hit him or the gun, and that's your chance.
Yes.
I mean, hey, I guess it's better than, just having your hands up and getting shot. You might as well throw a rock and get shot.
You know, I think they tested it, though. There's probably one guy shooting people, and there's 30 people with river rocks, and they all threw the river rocks at the one guy, and it worked. And maybe that's why now they want to implement it in school districts.
Can't stop, won't stop, river rock.
But yeah, if you haven't heard about that, you
Damn.
just heard about it now.
Those again,
River
shot
rock.
up.
River rocks in school districts.
I was excited.
And this is for the
This is to
when
yep.
school shootings pop off, because
This is
it's going to
a,
happen.
This is a
Wing
emergency
something.
protocol. Get your river rocks, yo.
Gotta rock it, don't stop it. Gotta rock it, don't
Crazy.
stop.
When the clock is popping, that rocket won't stop.
But yeah, I would
It's
like
shot
to know.
in your noggin, and the rocket won't stop.
That's a good business now for whoever is coming up with these river rocks, though. I mean,
I would have to pass on that advice. But do you have any Bitcoin advice? I trust your Bitcoin advice
I
more
do.
than I trust.
Your river
I
rocket.
do have Bitcoin advice. Supposedly, right now,
I want to rock.
let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna give you an up
So
to
I
date.
don't get shot. Shot.
Oh Jesus! This show. If
This is the worst comeback show
this is
ever.
what happens.
Guys, come back next week for episode 13. Maybe we'll have better luck.
I know. Oh, I'm afraid of next week.
Yes, yeah. But if you do Dubai, you do
Dubai.
Dubai. Go to Dubai and buy Bitcoin. Okay. That's all I gotta say. Do Dubai.
No, but back on
Bye-bye.
track. Though, solid.
Yeah.
If we could give, I mean, I think at some point maybe I'm hoping in the hour every maybe 48 minutes we can give some decent advice. I think that Ethereum was
Ethereum, yes. Yeah.
Ethereum. Okay. There was some solid.
Ethereum
news
is a cryptocurrency, and currently it's roughly $400 some odd dollars. But they do believe that this will be the one, like when Bitcoin 2017 first started, Bitcoin was under $1,000.
Hopefully it's not.
And then
too
it jumped
late.
10 times, so they think Ethereum's going to be the next one that does the same jump as Bitcoin.
And hopefully when you're watching this, it is. And if it isn't, like I said, get in. Put a little something in there. Can't scare money. Don't
yeah,
make money.
But don't put in money that you
Don't worry about it. Stop it. We
Don't-
talked about shooting people in schools. Put the fucking rent in there, okay? If you hit pig,
Don't put your rent up.
Call me 203-941-0045. Be like, yes, right, John Holmes, that X-rated motherfucker told
But
me.
John
You're
is
gonna drop
slightly
a
right.
tip.
If you do believe in the technology, it doesn't matter how much money you put into it because you believe in it. It's going to be around for a while, but...
Hey, end of the day, scared money don't make money. I don't know who said it, but it's,
I heard
the
it.
truth.
I believe a rapper once upon a time had said it.
But yeah,
Too many
Ethereum.
times.
That's a token made by a kid. Well, he's a young adult named Vitalik
Let me ask
Buterin.
you this one. Your thought about this one. I don't know the exacts about it, but there's the retired soccer star, a football player, but we call it soccer.
Yes.
Made tons of money, millions of dollars. He's starting his own Bitcoin. What's your take on that one?
Nothing special, to be honest with you. I heard even a better one about Pablo
Uber guy.
Escobar's brother is
Hello.
making a hard fork of the Bitcoin because he knew that the CIA actually made Bitcoin, and he's trying to expose to the people that Bitcoin is actually a covert op from the CIA. So he wants to make a fork off of it to let pretty much when Bitcoin turns into the when Bitcoin pretty much enslaves us all due to the fact that because people think Bitcoin is private and it's actually not. Yep. You can't have a public blockchain and have it be private. You know what I'm saying? So
Like I said, that's with all of this though. I can get back. Actually, I don't want you to.
the
lose
only
it.
thing that's private is the person information.
Yeah, only thing's private is your parts, okay? And they probably have pictures of that somewhere, okay? There is no privacy, though, like I said, but that's...
They got your private parts from the smartphone in your fridge.
You know, you took a
Speaking
dick
of-
pic. That's out there somewhere.
Speaking of private parts, okay? And some entertainment news, right? I completely missed it. Oh my God! It costs like $4,000 or $5,000. The celebrities, okay? It's South Korean baby foreskin gets like mashed up, turned into lotion, and they fucking rub it on their face.
There's
and
actually
that's
in
how
the
they look young.
black market people buy baby fetuses, and they use it for fucking all nasty shit.
Yeah, well, I
So,
don't.
I believe
can't-
it.
Hold on one second, though.
I believe it.
Okay, and I don't mean.
And
that-
once again, I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm asking you to research what I say.
I'm not
Here's the
asking
thing,
you to
though.
buy a
What-
baby
no, no,
fetus.
no,
But if
but-
you want to donate one, we'll use it on air.
But was that a double negative, or I don't mean to pick at it, but I'm
No.
saying, but what positive can be done
From,
with it? You know
uh,
what I'm saying? Because you were saying like there's horrible things like.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
No,
think of
there's
anything
a-
good that could be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Only
it's
thing that could
scary
come
to
from
people.
it is the people that believe in satanic worshiping and Luciferian stuff. They use that stuff to do their fucking
That's crazy.
seances and shit.
Crazy.
It is crazy. We live in a crazy world, and when you talk about these things, people think you're crazy. But hey,
No, but see, I've never denied my crazy.
What about So there is the
What about bye?
What about in Dubai? The march is happening,
Yes.
but first there was the shooting in Maryland. You know, the march is
Yes.
happening for the guns.
lot of
Teenagers
things.
want to take away the guns, but
tell them.
there was a shooting in Maryland that people aren't talking about because the shooter got in there. He shot one person, then the security guard or cop at the school pulled out the blicky. Ka-ka! Game over.
Did his duty,
Did the dude.
and then what happened? News didn't say much about it.
Oh, wait a
Didn't
minute.
really care about
I
it.
think I know why though.
Why?
Why?
Because he did his job. Is there anything to talk about when somebody does their job?
That's
No.
interesting, right? Why
No.
talk about heroes? Was
Yep.
Well, no. I mean,
Well, but this
but
is
see,
the
that's
thing
my
too.
thing. Is this?
Now you don't want to talk about gun control when a gun was used
Saved the day.
properly and a gun was used. Yes, somebody got shot, but a gun was used safely and a gun was used in the manner that it was supposed to be. And then nobody wants to talk about gun control because the guy had a gun and controlled. So that get away from me and my family. Listen.
Yes.
But so let's talk about the march because I think the march is bullshit. I think the march is
So do I.
the celebrities that are on Instagram and shit. with-
Kanye. Sorry,
Exactly.
I saw him there.
It's a look at me thing instead of a actual thing that's.
I think we're passing judgment too soon.
I
I see how it can be. It's very easy. It's very easy to pick on. Like I said, we talked about it before. Anybody that's going to stand for something, you need to stand. And you need to stand strong because everybody will come after you.
I think that this young generation, and I'm really excited that they have a voice and they want to be quick to call bullshit. But who got all these young kids to go to this thing, and under what political agenda are they really being used?
Is it? I mean, some people could say that
Well,
people. Were
that's
looking
my
for,
opinion.
No, I
I'm asking you a
understand that.
question.
No, but yeah, that was a strong opinion saying that.
So the people that got all these buses and roped up all these kids, and their true political agenda is gun control, to get guns out of our hands.
Well, hold on. Because you went saying gun control, guns out of our hands. That's not what gun control means.
That's what it's leading towards.
Hold on, that's not what it means though.
Okay,
That's
what does
fear
gun control
speaking,
mean?
Saying that maybe crazy people shouldn't have them. Can you agree that crazy people shouldn't have guns? Or just because you're born in this country and 200 years ago said we have the right to bear arms, we still have that? Because I say let's stick to it all then. You know what I'm saying? Take the votes away from women. Blacks are 3/5 of a man then. Because we're saying we're going to stick so hard to this fucking piece of paper. Well then fucking...
You talking about the Constitution?
Right? That's where the Second Amendment lies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what everyone's afraid of losing. But we've lost, okay, in the Bill of Rights, we've lost 8 of those already. Okay? So now we're afraid of this one. Okay? The one that we should have been using to protect the other 9 that we lost. So the conversation is gun control, and people are saying, but they're going to take them away. They took everything else away.
Well, no, they're not going to take them away. They're trying to take them away.
See, I don't believe that they are trying to take, because who's going to take them away? I believe that if you keep following it says, yeah, but in the end game they take them away because look, it happened in this country, that's what they did, and it's not working over here. Okay? But who's going to take the guns?
Who wants to take the guns?
Who is going to take the guns when it happens?
Do you mean who's going to show up at your door and
yes,
take a gun?
Yes.
The government would try to.
The government. Who is the government?
Who is the government?
Who is the government going to say, go collect the guns? Because we
The government would be whatever state elected official goes, tells whatever police yada yada to go down.
Right after yada yada, what do you think that guy's going to say?
Depends. He's either going to follow or he's going to leave.
There is no American in that chain of command that's going to say, time to take the guns. It's not going to happen.
Let's
in
put it like
America.
this. Stop
being scared.
They will do whatever they have to do to get the little paper rectangular dollar bills to continue to live their life. So pretty much that's what it comes down to. If you want to become your own bank, buy some Bitcoin, get your own wallet.
Dave, here's my opinion. If it does, sorry, John, here's my opinion. If it does happen, I don't think it's going to be a knock on your door thing. I think if it, and mind you, I'm not into the whole conspiracy thing. Once again, if it does happen, what I think they're going to do is they're going to do the buyback situation where they're going to set up the buyback, but then they're going to
been going on for years.
Once again, if it happens, I'm not saying it's going to happen. This is if it happens.
Let the man speak.
But listen, I reclaim my time. If it happens, they will set up a buyback situation. Then, like New York, they'll make guns so illegal that if you get caught with a gun, you go to jail for 3 years immediately. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think, to where, yeah, there might still be the person with some guns under their bed. If it happens, I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if that's the agenda or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, no, nobody's going to knock on your door like, give us your gun. If not, you're getting shot. Like, I don't think we're going to get to that situation.
They're going to make it extreme.
Getting down to a crackdown, and like I said, so basically saying just going to try to strictly enforce what's already happening.
Well,
we do have the gun buybacks. They do it they do it for Christmas. You get Christmas toys. You know what I'm saying? They do it, I think there's one coming up for Easter. You know what I'm saying? Get a fucking basket if you hand in your gun. So,
but what I'm saying is, if they choose to make guns illegal to where, okay, no civilian can have a gun, what I'm thinking that they're going to do is they would set up a, hey, this is your one chance to give it back to us,
right.
and then if you get caught, you're fucked. That's what I'm saying.
But I say it's all fear driven, because I can't see how anybody in that chain is going to be like, you know what, this is it.
Oh, I think once again, that's not my opinion of, hey, I think this is going to happen. That's if this does happen. That's how I think that they would go about it. I don't think that they would do the manpower knock on everybody's door shit. Give me your gun. Like that'd be.
I don't think so. What I think what we'll try to be is they're gonna try to make society so sick with all the violence that they will be pushing through, and then they're gonna try to make us do it ourselves.
The only way to take it is to have just massacre on top of massacre, where you have, you know, the government coming to get them and whoever they have to go ahead and take them, and then you have, like, you know, your militias and your people that are like, no, we're going to fight back, and then you have the people caught in the middle that are just like, holy fuck, what's going on? And then when everybody's all dead, they say, okay, whoever's left, let's talk about what just happened.
Yeah.
Do we need some of these? You know what I'm saying? Like, because
Well, the weird thing too about some of the militias and people like that, they don't want the gun control coming up because they feel like they want weapons to protect themselves if shit goes down and if the government does turn on them. But if the government turns on you, you're fucking dead. Like, there's
and that's the
like,
thing.
that's
the thing. If the government turns on you, guess what? They're going to do what basically is being tested now, okay? It's going to be some big EMP power outage or something. They're not going to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need your guns. They're going to blast some fucking crazy decibel where you're going to have fucking shit coming out of your eyes and ears.
And you're
Interesting.
dick.
You know, they've been okay, and here's the thing. Every time they push it, gun sales are an all-time high, okay? Public opinion is there needs to be some type of gun control, okay? Just saying, like, you know, and again, you have it on both sides. It's definition of gun control, of, you know, how you...
It's
how
not
you
abolition
define
of
it,
guns.
You know?
So
Abolishment.
whatever you want to call it, I don't care. So gun control, to you, explain it in a way that...
No, gun control, safer gun measures.
Okay. So it's okay, it's going to be legal to have the gun, but the way that we use the gun is going to be...
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying...
No, I'm trying to figure out...
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure out what gun control means to you. Because gun control to me means trying to take away my gun.
Okay,
and
but
I've already said that to you, and I still stick to it.
Who should have it, though? So should
No, I'm
everybody-
asking you to answer my question first. Gun control, you're saying then is just a regulation of guns?
That if you got a little crazy in you, that maybe you shouldn't have one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still having a hard time
You mean
following.
like a test?
No,
where
I'm
we,
just
So,
say-
but what I think we all have a little crazy. Now we're never gonna survive.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Unless we get a little crazy.
I think it's the
Thank
crazy
you for
that-
letting me finish. I think that was the first one I got to finish.
No, okay.
Seal.
So, to me, gun control can be in a means. I think we brought it up on another show. Maybe education. Start younger with people, explaining to them, you know, what it is. Okay, because again, we talked about it, agreed on it before. It's just too easy for kids to go. Again, you have kids that don't even know. Want to talk about, you know, knowing the Constitution and knowing all this stuff about our country. Can't name their own politicians, okay? Can't name anybody in their district, any congressmen, any other senators.
Can't
okay?
name the first
They
president.
can't name any presidents, okay? But they're fucking masters of fucking, you know, whatever, fucking battle fight, fucking Fortnite, whatever, and know about all of the weapons, which are actual weapons that the military is using, okay? You know, so, again, you know, education on both sides, you know? And again, you say everyone, you know, there has to be some type of test, unfortunately, that, you know, if you do have some type of, you know, and again, like I said before, mental illness, they're going to paint with a broad brush. That's another way how they can try to get it, is just to say, okay, you got them now, but here's a qualification if you're, you know, whatever test we deem being mentally ill, you know, take them away. But you're basically saying that anybody can have a gun then. So regardless of whatever, and I don't want to say things to talk bad about certain people, but people with certain conditions, okay, mental conditions.
Yep.
Well, not anyone. You gotta be a certain age. Well, and it's also not always true. But go ahead.
No, so okay, so you have to be a certain age. Okay, do you think that you should have some type of mental capacity to be able to have it?
Of course.
Okay, so who's going to determine that? That would be determined by some type of gun control measure.
Okay.
Okay,
Gun
that's
control
saying that we're
test.
taking
Which
away from
is
you.
which would be when they do the background check. Is that a piece of that or no?
What again? Can
Right,
people
that's a
get
part
a
of
background
gun
check
control
because it's
measure.
known
See,
that
that's too weird where we get into the Minority Report part of it, to where, like, if you have a clean background check, then then they would probably also want to find out your mental state right now to figure out if you would be a risk in the future. And that's some crazy shit that might happen. What do you feel about what is the like the big gun right now that people are losing their mind over is AR-15?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
yeah.
I
see,
think
that-
Because
It's
as being
fine.
a military man, what
I
do you
think the
that,
gun's fine, man. To be honest with you, I really do.
like to have in your closet at home and
Yeah.
while out with?
I do. And I mean,
walking down the street to a
with a
Target,
sling wrapped
Kmart,
around my back. I don't mind it.
no problem.
Nope. No, I don't mind it. Yep. Might be moving to Texas for that sole reason. So I could walk around with a fucking M16, shotgun, and a Beretta.
I just visualized the blah 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 and just walking.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fucking.
And just
yeah,
walking.
No, just get
Yeah.
some eggs and milk. Just walking.
Looking for breakfast. Yeah. Obviously, I think in states where they have you're allowed to walk around blatantly with a gun.
Open.
A lot of people
shoot it and boot
actually feel safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Where?
probably in Texas for one place.
I love that. I love that. There's
I
a
think
whole group of people. There's a whole group of people that are saying, yeah, in Texas, yeah, in Tennessee.
Well, you asked where,
in
so I gave you a
Newtown.
fucking answer.
I think it'd be something you definitely have to get used to, but then maybe after that you would realize, yeah, there probably wouldn't be as much frivolous drama that's being started because, like, hey, you have a gun and I have a gun.
Exactly.
This has to get real serious if we want to do something, you know. So
Yeah, I think
I understand.
And it
makes
can,
easier
you're
to-
right,
It makes
I mean-
it easier to get it real serious. Then kind of saying like,
Yep.
you know, like I said, what is the point? Carry it if you need it. Like if you really feel the need to just have to wear it around just because you can. You know.
Yeah. That's
That's a mental issue. When kids want to wear their superhero costume all the time and go shopping in it, eventually someone has to put their foot down. So you can't do that. Like, it just makes no sense. No sense. We're in the United States. Just because it's the land of the free doesn't mean that you got to walk around with, you know,
doesn't have to be the home of the blicky.
right?
well,
Going to do your groceries and I got to bring this just in case shit goes down. I got to go ahead and, you know, come
and
up
the guy that happened to bring it one
gotta
day,
get
who
it all
knows?
set just in case that day happens. I'm gonna be on the news, you know.
Right? Imagine that day come and that guy saves like 200 people from a fucking crazy massacre.
I know, because he's going to be a hell of a shot. That guy's going to be a hell of a shot. He's not going to miss and cause another 200 people to die.
Hey, well, you have optimism and you have pessimism, so you got to choose which one you want to be with.
It is going to be interesting. Now I'm interested to see what happens next school shooting because it's coming soon.
Oh, they're all,
whatever.
yeah, it's going to keep
Then I
coming
wanna
for the
see
next
what
3
happens
years.
Next school shooting. And
Yeah,
next
but
school
no,
shooting.
it's
is
not
like-
going to, again, so I don't think it's only going to take a couple more before something really starts happening.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you have generational voices. Right now, it's happening to this younger generation. You know, they want to see.
So, would you
type of
want the
change.
younger generation to pretty much change your future
We've
life?
been asking them to get involved for the longest time. Maybe now this is what it took for them to get involved and start understanding things. You know,
I don't mind listening to the opinion, but I don't want a fucking 13-year-old changing all the rules. That's
And
because
again-
you think of yourself at 13, me and myself at 13, like, yeah, everyone's opinionated and shit like that, and listening to the opinions is cool, but like right now to where we have like raised up these fucking 6 or 7 kids, where 2 of them are crisis actors. I don't give a fuck. Give me the foil. 2 of those motherfuckers are not real. They're not fucking real. But like the bald-headed
It's all a big
ambiguous fucking girl
Chick,
that's
yep.
like the face of it all.
Yep.
I don't like her at all. Like
Yep.
I just don't like her at all, man.
show. Yep, puppets.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with, like I said, the next one, because then I want to see too, next school shooting, do we forget about these fucking kids, the Florida whatever the fuck, and do we
Everybody's-
move on to something else? Like what
Yeah.
is or are these going to be the kids that get their own reality show about how they're trying to change the gun laws? It's going to be weird.
Could be. They're a little older, you know. Like I said, we've been kid bashing for the longest time, so it's no surprise that, you know, now here it is, and you know the quickest thing to do is to knock them down.
Yeah, like I said,
I
I'm
ain't
down to
knocking
listen.
down shit. I'm just letting
down
them
to listen-
know they're being used.
I'm down to listen to what they're saying, but like, whew, listening to like for them to be like, hey man, our school got shot up, change all the laws. It's like you don't want to react off of emotion rather than everything else that's involved. Because when those quick changes happen, that's, you know, when shit
Who
goes
knows?
down.
Who knows?
Right. But also don't forget though, is anything going to change? No. And again, keep, you know, and I'll just say, current president verbatim said at the NRA meeting, "You
Take
have
the
a friend
guns."
in me." You know.
Trump
Did
did
he
say
really?
take-
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes. He said, "You have a friend in me." So that being said, nothing's going to change.
Time
But
will
so let me toss out this to both of you. We've had guns for 200 years. Why, in the last 20, is everybody getting shot up?
No, but it's not though. It's we're
because they
seeing
want
it.
to usher in
not-
No, but
communism.
It's not.
listen, schools weren't getting shot up, and they were just hiding that
They
information.
were.
Because there's-
news because of social media now. Go look up school shootings. Research it.
There's
I'm
a
not-
bunch of
yeah,
elite
and I'm talking
group
about,
that
like-
want to take away our guns and change our government, change the Constitution.
No, I'm sorry. Like, there really wasn't social media around when the biggest first one happened. And I'm not saying it's the first school shooting of all time, but when Columbine happened, we weren't all on MySpace and shit like that. That was the, big, like, start of it all. And then it kept happening, So my question is, do you think that it's just they're all setups, or do you think, like, why in the past, 20 years has it been we've had guns this entire time and now it's just like blow?
I don't think every single one is a setup, but I think there are a few that are setups to create the certain marks in our history to slowly lead us to a gunless society.
John?
He's probably gonna go against me.
It's not gonna happen. No, but that's what I'm saying though. It's not going to happen though.
I hope not. Yeah, I hope guns stay in this universe for fucking ever. All right. That don't mean I want everyone to fucking die from one. I just want people to protect themselves. That's all. That's the whole purpose. Yeah, you could protect yourself with your hands. Yes, you could protect yourself with your mind and speaking, which should probably be the best way to do things. But at the end of the fucking day, sometimes when someone's threatening you and they're not stopping, you gotta pull a fucking trigger in front of their fucking chest or their knees, or you can shoot them in the head and kill them. I mean, or you could just disable them first. But guns save lives, people. They do, okay?
Put a snub out like a Cub Scout on a drug route. Listen. We're past our time.
Toof!
And if you've made it all this way, as you can see, this was a jolly, exciting comeback for 3 Piece and a Biscuit. So we invite you to follow us at 3 Piece Biscuit on Twitter. Search 3 Piece and a Biscuit on Facebook.
Tell them who you are, son.
Call the new hotline, 203-941-0045. Leave a message. Talk some shit. Tell us how good we're doing. Tell us how bad we're doing. Let us know if you want a shout out. Let us know if you want some, advice on anything. Let us know if you feel like we're completely wrong, completely right. Let us know if you like 2 of us. Let us know if you like 1 of us. Let us know. Who fuck knows? But leave us a damn message.
Advice. Shit.
Hey, and you can text that number too. Once again, that number is 203-941-0045. I am Lil Mattress. You can follow me at Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS, LilMattress.com, LilMattress.net. One of those 2 works. Who knows?
Yes, sir. I am Chedda Mike. You will find me on Twitter at Chedda Mike, at Michael John. You will not find me on Facebook no more because I got rid of that shit.
Gone.
And I'm the Rideshare Idiot. You can follow me on Twitter at Just a Driver. The Rideshare Idiot at Just a Driver. JUSTADRYVER.
Just a drive.
Listen, I got
man.
the Steven Seagal thing going on, the half mustache. You know that movie? You remember that one?
You need to get the Cheech and Chong just fucking shake.
Quick. Yeah, forgot. Steam it, y'all. We are on Steam it at the 3 Piece Biscuit.
Steam it and
Find us. Support us. We support y'all. We are out there.
Steam it. Next week, man, episode 13, Unlucky. Come back with us. Yeah, bars.
Trizzy.